7% of the impact in communication is through the words, 55% through the body language, and 38% is through the tone of voice. Have you heard this before? This is Albert Mehrabian's model. Now this is misrepresented by a lot of people throughout the world. Hi, my name is Pramod and welcome to this episode of Thought Sprout. In this episode, let's talk about what is Albert Mehrabian's model and how is it misrepresented. In the year 1967, Professor Albert Mehrabian published this particular research, which said that in an emotional communication, 7% of the likelihood in the communication is through the words, 55% likelihood is through the body language, and 38% of the likelihood is through the tone of voice. But the point to be noted here is the research was about emotional communication. However, a lot of people use this particular research, these numbers, and they put it to all forms of communication and they generalize this. And I was one of them too. However, recently when I was doing my research on communication skills, I came across that this is misrepresented by a lot of people throughout the world. Albert Mehrabian's communication model is specifically on emotional communication. Of course, while you're communicating emotions, your body language, your vocal variety does matter a lot more than the words because people want to know how genuine you are in what you're speaking. However, not every communication is emotional communication. There are a lot of other forms of communication. This research does not talk about other forms of communication. So it's no question assuming this for other forms of communication. Now, what's happening because of this is people are trying to underplay the effect of words and language in communication. Imagine you have amazing body language, you are charmful, and your tone of voice is really good. However, if your language, if your words are not something that the people can understand, how effective that communication be? Let's say you're using some language which is not correct in grammar and not meaning the way you want it to mean. Definitely the entire meaning of the communication changes. It will not pass the message that you want to pass. Of course, the body language and the tone of voice does play their role, but we shouldn't be underplaying the impact of the language and the impact of words in communication. They do matter a lot. Numbers can be deceiving. When we see some percentages and when we quote that a professor has done this research, without even having a second thought, we want to believe it. That's how our mind gets deceived as well with the numbers. However, it is important to understand what the research was, know what was the instance, and then look at applying it in all walks of life. The next time when we hear about a number or a research or somebody quoting something, let's look at the facts and figures before we agree to it. Hope you enjoyed this particular episode. If you like this episode, click the like button and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet done it. I'll see you next week. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye.